Hi everyone, my name is Ángeles Lafuente Rodriguez, and today I have the honor to present to you our workshop called Mental Health Awareness, promoted by Colita de Rana. This is part of our program Mental Health in Bolivia, so let's begin. First, we're going to give a brief introduction of what we are. What is Colita de Rana? Colita de Rana Bolivia is an organization that wants to help people suffering and those related to those suffering with mental health problems, also stop the stigma regarding mental health in Bolivia, and reduce the cases on the country. So let's begin. We're going to start with a mental health quiz. Let's see if you know a little bit of mental health. We have 3 questions. The first one is how many people in Bolivia will experience a mental health problem every year? There you go with the answers. What do you think? The second one, what proportion of people with mental health problems believe that workplace or classroom stress contributed to their illness? You have the answers there too, so what do you think? And the last one, have you ever suffered depression, anxiety, or stress? Keep these questions in mind. If you want to write the answers on a sheet of paper, you can do it, or just think about them. Let's begin now. So to understand what mental health in Bolivia is, we need to understand what mental health is in general. And here we have a good definition that says that good mental health means being generally able to think, feel, and react in the ways that you need and want to live your life. But if you go through a period of poor mental health, you might find the ways you're frequently thinking, feeling, or reacting become difficult or even impossible to cope with. This can feel just as bad as a physical illness or even worse. So with this in mind, what does a good mental health look like? If you have a good mental health, you will be able to recognize the good in yourself, such as your positive attributes or achievements you have made, feel and express a range of emotions, feel engaged with the world around you, live and work productively, and cope with the stresses of daily life and manage time you change and uncertainty. So in the opposite, we have the mental health problems. And what are mental health problems? Basically, mental health problems can affect any of us, irrespective of age, personality, or background. It doesn't matter where are you from and with whom do you live. You can struggle with a mental health problem. They include a wide range of experience and can affect the way people think, feel, or behave. Yes, our mental health can also affect our actions. They can appear as a result of experiences in both our personal and working lives, or they can become about without an easily identifiable cause. So they can be easy to identify or super hard to identify. And the last point is that some problems might be mild or moderate, while others might take on a more severe form, affecting a person's ability to cope with day-to-day life. So each case is very specific, and some people can struggle with mental health problems and just recover so easily, but others not. And that is why it's important to talk about this. So which are the types of mental health problems? Here we have a list of some of them, like anxiety, depression, eating disorders, schizophrenia, phobias, obsessive-compulsive disorders, bipolar disorder, personality disorders, or PTSD. So this is just a small list of all the bunch of mental health disorders that exist. But being focused on Bolivia, 1 in 4 people in Bolivia had or has a mental health disorder. And the most common mental health disorders in Bolivia are stress, anxiety, and depression. So that is why Colita de Rana wants to stop the stigma about mental health in general and talk about mental health. Let's talk about mental health. So, just in case if you're suffering from a mental health disorder, or if you have someone near to you that is suffering from a mental health disorder, you are not alone. If you're suffering, you're not alone. If you want to help someone that is suffering, you're not alone. If you're a sister, a brother, a mom, dad, grandparent that has someone that is struggling with mental health disorders in your family, you are not alone. If you're an expert in mental health disorders that want to help your community, you are not alone. Colita de Rana wants to really help specifically with mental health disorders and stop the stigma about them. So, how can I help myself or someone else? We have 4 main points. The first one is self-care. The next one is treatment options, recovery, and peer support. So if you are struggling with mental health disorders, first think into yourself. How do you feel? What are you doing? Then look for treatment options. Talk with an expert and look for ideas or options to really deal and face your problem. Then record the path of the recovery. And finally, find support in those surrounding you, your friends, your family. If you want to help someone else that is suffering from a mental health disorder, first think in yourself. Are you really able to manage the situation? Do you feel that you are okay also with mental health stability? Help him or her to look for a treatment option. If you want, you can go to the doctor with them. Please help them in their recovery. Be really a support. And finally, just put all your efforts to help him or her and to really help. So, just in general, reach out to someone every day. Call or message a family member or friend just to check in if you're recovering or if they are recovering. So, how you might start the conversations? Here are some ideas. If you want to help someone suffering, show your support as how you can help. Be open-minded. Don't just talk about mental health. Show trust and respect. Look after yourself and be patient. Please. So just to point out that mental health well-being is just as important as physical well-being, and you need to maintain both in order to stay fit and healthy. So please don't forget that you have a body too and that it needs to be good. So you can do this. This is something that I used to do. Is things that make me happy and that can help my self-care. If you have some ideas, you can write your own list and just look for ideas to be more happy. So after all these things, just remember that you need to talk about the way you feel. You need to identify your triggers. Please do something you enjoy. Take time to relax. Make a plan or to stay well, like a wellness action plan. Think about what help you if you start feeling overwhelmed. And the most important, be kind to yourself. Please, be kind to yourself because we are all humans. And remember, if you don't heal today, you'll heal tomorrow. If you want to know why this is a good phrase, Please look for our name in Google. Our name is part of a Spanish saying, so if you look for it, you're gonna understand it really better. So thank you for taking your time to attend this workshop, and just in case if you want to get in touch with us, if you have questions or suggestions, we are as Colita de Rana para una mejor salud mental, for a better mental health. Here we have our email address. Also, we have a website, so you can look for it, and you can find us in our social media as Colita de Rana Bolivia. Thank you so much, and we hope it helps you. Goodbye. Hi everyone, my name is Ángeles Lafuente Rodriguez, and today I have the honor to present to you our workshop called